earlier you mentioned that your coworker's first day out of maternity leave, it was hard. I almost cried when I left Ellie to her grandmother for work. It was very hard because I was breastfeeding her before I went to work, so I didn't know the setup, and I just said that let me just try this first day how it goes, and then we'll see. So I took it one day at a time, and then you know what? I'm bringing a breast pump to work in the car. I have a cooler in the car where I would pump while during my vacant hours, and then I bring it back home, and then I have when I get back home, even though I'm tired, I have to breastfeed her and wake up in the middle of the night to attend to her, and then wake up early in the morning to go back to work. So it's a daily routine, but I'm glad that my husband supports me and gives a lot of time with Ellie, and I have a mother-in-law who takes care of Ellie as well. And it gave me a peace of mind because I know that um, I'm leaving Ellie to someone who loves her. It gives me a lot of comfort at the time.
Is your mother-in-law hands-on sa pag-support sa kids, sa like pag-alaga?
I leave my kids to her every time I go to work and pick Ellie up after after we work.
Your mom passed away when you were still young, right?
15.
How old were you when she passed away?
I was 15 that time. 15, 16 around that.
I know there are issues, there are times, there are problems that you wanted to just bring to your mom. No matter how close you are to your mom-in-law, you feel safer and a lot more comfortable sharing it with your mom. Did you turn to your sisters in the absence of your mom?
Um, with regards to me being a mother, I mean mother issues. Well, not so much because my Ate Joy is single, so she didn't have kids, and um, my other sister is also a new mom that time. So you know who I turned to? Of course, Grace, because she's the one who had child longer.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're such a lucky girl talaga. You have Gra.
Yes,
Shout
hi
out to
Gra, shout
Gra.
out.
Yeah.
Lalaki tenga nun.
Hindi ko to ikakat. Kilay mo parang effect ng Zoom.
True. Ay, di ako gumagalaw masyado.
Oo, kasi nung gumanong ka, nag-close up, parang lumundag din
Diba?
yung kilay mo.
Oo. Kasi hindi ko nga makita yung kilay ko. Wala ako try maghanap. May baby.
Ako,
Okay,
pinanganak talaga ako, walang kilay. I'm curious about you being a registered nurse. I know you still ended up in the medical field kasi you work as a medical representative, and I was so proud of you when you told me that Hatini, I'm a manager already. That was back in 2014. How did you end up as a medical representative, and why did you decide not to practice?
Yeah, I learned about the medical representative field when I was a nurse. I was a nurse in Angona General Hospital. I'm seeing people in their business attire talking to our doctors, and I think I would do well with that as well. I don't misinterpret. I love being a nurse, but on those years there are little opportunities for nurses back then, unlike now. There are a lot of opportunities now. So I decided, what if I try? Because but before that, I was a call center representative before I became a nurse to practice my profession. And then I became a nurse for just a little less than a year. And then that's when I decided to try being a medical representative, and it suits me well because I was in the field every day with different talking with different people. You know how I am with talking to people, and I have going to different places as well. So I spent most of my career years in the pharmaceutical field.
So did you prefer being not just with the pay, but with the experience and exposure? So do you prefer, because now that you quit as a medical rep, right?
Yes,
But you're not gonna work in a hospital as a nurse, right?
that is right. Yeah. I think they're I do love them both, but professionally speaking, being a nurse, you would learn a lot and apply it to your daily life. But being a medical representative is also a different different exposure as well, because um uh it's entirely different setting for me. And this one, that my new job, though I'm still on training. So I think this one is also different, though it it's better for me, I think, if
Mhm.
even now.
Pero honestly, parang mas bumagay sa'yo yung medrep sa personality mo.
Totoo.
Oo, kasi
Totoo.
I'm not saying na you'll be a bad nurse.
Can't say that I
Parang mas bumagay sa personality mo
Mhm.
yung pagiging medrep mo kasi back in the day when I was your teacher as juniors, talagang very active ka sa drama, 'di ba?
Totoo,
Hello.
kanya-kanyang
Yeah,
arte.
hello fans.
Ay, naku.
Right here is a frustrated actress.
Grabe.
And back in the day, with your permission, can I share?
Sure, okay.
Okay. Back in the day, when I was their teacher, I asked you to write an essay about your dreams. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I do remember you writing it down that when I grow up, I want to be an actress because I just love facing people. I love acting, and I feel like I will just excel in acting. And actually I remember telling that for the first time when Elton was driving and he gave me a, you
Yes.
guys gave me a
You
ride.
exposed
Yeah.
everything.
Yes, yes. And I saw Elton's eyes like really twinkled, like talagang nag-shine yung mata
Maybe,
niya kasi
maybe
parang
because
there's another aspect.
yes.
There's another aspect of his future bride at that time na na noon niya lang nakita siguro. The reason why I am reminded of that dream of yours, is whenever I see your daughter.
Actually, yes. Mhm.
Na parang sabi ko, Ellie is going to be the one to fulfill your dream of being an actress.
Tama. Yes, because maybe because she was exposed to that inner me growing up. Because when I was raising her, when she was a little child back then, I put on a lot of faces. You know, I would cry, "You don't love mommy." I put on my acting career.
You
And
showed
maybe
her
she got
that.
that from me. And then I would always sing to her with facial expression. And you know what, Ellie?
That's
You
where
should
she get it
sing.
from.
Yes, I taught her, when you sing, you look to the audience, you smile from time to time. I taught her that, so maybe that's the
Okay,
reason
you're a
why.
good teacher and she's a good student. I'm proud na you and Elton raised her as a God-fearing kid. Kasi makita mo pa lang, she's already serving the Lord with, with her
Yes,
talents.
that's right.
You shared with me a while ago about the challenges that you have faced as a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure there are also rewards to that. Can you share with me now the rewards that you are experiencing because of your children?
Yes, well, the rewards are a lot. So sometimes I didn't know how Ellie turned that way, because sometimes when I would yell at her all the time, with all the stress, fatigue, lack of sleep. And then at the end of the day, I would tell her, Ellie, you have to forgive mommy because I'm tired, I lack sleep. And then she would say, it's okay, mommy, I will always forgive you. I love you. You can yell at me and I will understand. I didn't know how she got that. And that's very rewarding. I didn't know what did I do right that she turned out to be that way?
Mhm.
And when the baby when our second baby came out, she became a responsible ate because I've been preparing her even before I gave birth na you'll be an ate, so I would have lesser time with you than when you were when it was only you. And
Mhm.
then at first she didn't understand, and why mommy, why would we would have lesser time to me, because I have to tend to the baby, I have to feed him, I have to do this and that. And then, okay mommy, I'll be a good sister to her. I thought that was just an act. I thought that was she was putting up an act. And then when the
Uh-huh.
baby came out, she was all over the baby. She would bring him diapers, bring him everything. And um and a good thing was that before I gave birth to my second child, I taught her how to shower by herself, to wash herself, to prepare her, because I cannot attend both of them. And when now that I have a second child, she does that by herself as well, and
How old is
very
she
independent.
now?
She's 5. She's turning 6.
Yes, and she does some stuff na on her
Yes.
own.
Yes.
Was there a hint of jealousy?
There are 5% of the time that becomes jealous when I call. There was one time I call Elijah. Elijah is the name of my second child. When I call Eli anak, because she is used to hear from me anak or love mahal, uh, and then she would say, I'm hindi na ako yung love mo. Hindi, don't call me love
Oh.
anymore. So of course I do love you. I loved you longer. I have been loving you longer than Elijah. Okay, I understand. Okay. And then it disappears. The jealousy disappears. Maybe just as it snaps out of her from time to time, but she's most of the time a big sister to him.
Can you share with me the preparation, the steps that you prepared? Aside from, of course, seeking advice from Gra,
Mhm.
did you read books? And was it together with Elton?
Um, I downloaded an app for motherhood. I joined Facebook pages for being a mom and breastfeeding. And I learned a lot also from there. And I would, from time to time, I would share those thoughts to Elton that we should do this and do that. So it also helped joining
Mm.
groups.
How involved is Elton when it comes to like?
We are equally involved on the same
Mhm.
level. The good thing is that we have this dynamics that when, for example, I am the one who's angry at Ellie, he is the one that pacifies her or comforts her at the end of our session. So
Mm.
and when the time comes,
You stressed at the end. Is it like an agreement with Elton that when I am,
yes,
when I'm disciplining Ellie,
that's right.
just let me?
Yes. Don't
Uh,
contradict or don't mention anything. You can also discipline her, but do not contradict. We've had an agreement to not contradict each other in front of the kids, because I
mhm.
think that would raise some issues. At the same time, but we just learned that lately na lang. So when the time comes that he's the one disciplining Ellie, I would go out of the room, or I would just keep quiet. And then at the end, I'll tell Ellie that Daddy's doing this because we love you and you should listen to us.
Mhm.
Or like that.
How difficult it is for you not to disagree with Elton. And you're probably correct that you would disagree. However, there is that standing agreement that
Yes.
nobody interferes. And so how difficult it is for you to not headbutt Elton.
At first, there's a disagreement in during those sessions, during those disciplining time. But I've learned hardly that when I disagree with how he disciplined them, I would whisper, "Daddy." I would do that, or I would do an eye contact, and then I do that time without
But Ellie doesn't
knowing.
see, right?
Ellie doesn't see.
Okay.
So, and then when I do that, Elton would like, take it easy, ganon, you know.